I'm going to hell! What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Max Prestige. Now, this will be the final episode for this week of this series. I will be back this Monday with a new one at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So, if you're new around here and you enjoyed this week's episodes, hit that subscribe button. If you want to help me out, you could hit that like, share, or favorite button. I'd appreciate it immensely. No pressure. Anyways, so I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, I'm trying something a little different with today's episode, so bear with me. You might hear some brief pauses here and there, and that's gonna be because I'm not doing this as one solid take like I normally do. So I just want to throw that out there. We will have story time here in just a few moments, but first I have some things I want to talk about. So first thing I want to talk about today is I want to address the comments made by one of you guys, Mr. Skull Gamer. I think that's what you're still going by, Liam. You had left a comment on yesterday's video leaving a suggestion regarding doing Destiny stuff in Destiny, and honestly, at first when I first read the comment, I thought, man, I don't want to do that though. But you know, it sounds like a good idea. You know, I don't know if I'll do it as often as I do this series because, well, I've already got plans for what I'm going to do with Destiny, and I don't want to add another video. But maybe I could do a once a week type thing, where I do a post-edit type series and I answer questions you guys have about Destiny, especially for you guys that are new to the game. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have all the experience in the world. I can give you guys some tips and tricks on how to do certain stuff, and I might do that. I might show you guys how to do certain bounties over the course of a week. I don't know, but it's something that I could do. More or less, most of the stuff that I already know has already been told by somebody else. So, I don't know. It's an idea. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but, you know, it's a good idea, I think. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to something else. And so the next thing you had mentioned, Liam, was I should script my videos more. So the thing is, it's not... I have a bad memory of what I say. Not because I don't write down stuff. I remember a lot of the stuff I talk about in my videos. The problem is, what happens is, I do multiple takes of each video sometimes. And if I go on a random tangent, I tend to forget what I talk about. Also, I don't cut together my commentary. I do it, like I said, as one long take. And because of that, if I talk about something in one attempt and don't talk about it in another, the thought that I already talked about it is still in my mind. So that's why I never know if I've told you guys stuff. So scripting wouldn't really change anything. All it would do is just kind of give me a constant reminder, oh, I've already mentioned this. But did I or did I not? Because like I said, it's how I've made my videos. But like I said, I'm doing something different with today's video. So if this works out, I think I might start doing them like this from now on. So, in case you're wondering, what I am doing is I'm basically doing one take of a certain thing, cutting the video, or I guess stopping the record. If I don't like the take, I just delete it, come back, do it again. And I just wanted to share that with you guys so you know how I'm making this series now, because I'm doing that for this series now, at least for today. I don't know if I like it or not. So far, it's working. So, yeah. Moving on. So, earlier this week, I had told you guys I was going to do story time, and then unfortunately I forgot that the very next day was New Year's Eve, and then the day after that was New Year's Day. It's now January 2nd, so fuck it, let's end the week with a story. And this week's story, because I really only want to do story time once a week, to be honest with you guys. So Fridays is probably, I'm just going to set it in stone for the most part. Unless something is going on that I need to talk about, Fridays will be story time. So, that said, today's story is not a dirty story. It's actually a story that took place when I was, holy God, how old was I when this happened? I was about 4 years old. And I don't remember a fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember any of this happening but it's been told to be by so many of my family members. And there's a few discrepancies between what everyone has told me, because things happened that certain people don't want to admit to, specifically my mother. And everyone else has told me that this happened. My mom always left that part out, is the best way to put it. So I'm going to tell you guys the version I've been told by everyone but my mother. So let's get into that. So like I said, this took place when I was 4 years old, and I have to start off by telling you guys that this was a different time. This was back in '86, okay? And the way things go, here's how it starts. Apparently, on just some random day, it wasn't any special day, it wasn't a holiday or anything like that, it was just a fucking like Monday or Tuesday, I don't know. I got the bonehead idea to go to the store. So I grabbed my friend, who I don't remember one bit. I grabbed my dog, which I do remember, and my little red wagon, and we go to the store. Now, only problem with that is I'm 4 years old, and I live in LA at this time in my life. I lived in LA, so yeah, it wasn't exactly a shitty neighborhood, but it wasn't a great neighborhood either. Kind of like the one I live in now. And my mother, after about 10-15 minutes after we'd left, noticed I was gone. And at first she thought, okay, maybe I'm just over at my the neighbor's house, the kid's house, the friend's house, whatever. So she goes over and asks, and no, he's not here. Okay. So she goes to the next door. She goes, another one of my little friends, apparently. No, he's not here either. They're not here. What's going on? My mom starts panicking. Now, my aunt had just gotten home right around this time, and she comes up, sees my mom panicked, freaked out, and goes, what's wrong? What's going on? My mom starts screaming, I can't find Eddie. I can't find Eddie. I don't know where he went. He's got the dog and his little buddy with him, and I can't find Eddie. Where'd he go? She's fucking losing her damn mind. And my aunt tells my mom to calm down. Calm down. We can find him with, wherever you looked. My mom tells her where she looks and all that stuff. My aunt says, okay, let's just do this. So they start going door to door. Every single door. And they do this for about an hour. Okay. After an hour, no one's seen us. Nobody has any clue where we are. My mom and my aunt have gotten my neighbors out looking for us. No one can find us. Someone calls the cops. And the cops show up, talk to my mom, talk to my aunt, and then they have, I think if I remember correctly, 5 cop cars show up on my street. The cops get out and start going door to door checking the houses. None of the neighbors are saying, no, you can't go in either. So, like I said, this is a different time. You try that now, it ain't happening. So, they go door to door. They're checking the houses. Neighbors are, complying. Everything's going well, I guess. But they can't find us. And everyone's freaking out. Now, I want to throw this out there for everybody. The store that me and my friend walked to was exactly 4 blocks away. Literally, straight up the street from my house. Just want to point that out. In the meantime, let me throw this out there too, if I haven't already mentioned it. The cops had a helicopter come out. They're circling the air looking for us. Cops on the ground, neighbors going door to door, my family going door to door, everybody freaking the fuck out trying to find me and this little boy, and failing miserably. Apparently, again, I don't remember any of this. Apparently, after 2 hours plus, it was a little bit like 2.5 hours apparently, we got past everyone looking for us and we're walking right up the street from my house. My mother doesn't even notice me because she's in such a panic. My aunt, however, sees me and goes, "Oh my God, there he is." She springs up because they were sitting on our porch. She springs up off the porch, runs up, picks me up, wraps her arms around me, starts crying and like yelling at me, going, "Where did you go? What were you doing? This is so dumb, blah, 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 blah." My mom, runs up, grabs me from my aunt and starts doing the same thing. The cops walk over and say everything's fine, he's okay, check him out. They check me out and everything. They check the other little boy out. Everything's fine. My dog this whole time is growling and barking at people for grabbing me and yelling and stuff. And my dog was very protective of me, by the way. So this is all happening, and the story ends. The cops leave. Little boy goes home. My dog goes, lays down. My mom goes and grabs my brother Eric, who was 2 years old at the time, because he was crying. Comes out in the living room where my aunt has literally rocked my butt to sleep. My mom looks at my aunt and goes, "He's gonna be a troublemaker, I can already tell." And she's holding my brother Eric when she says this. To this day, when I hear this story, I laugh, because the exact opposite of what was predicted came true. I became, I was a bit of a troublemaker, but nowhere near as bad as Eric. Just saying. Anyways, that is it for today, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Not the greatest story, but not the worst either. Anyways, I will see you guys Monday for another one. Until next time, adios! And I was supposed to meet her today. Unfortunately, my 2015 has already started on a rough note. My brother calls me last night at about 10 o'clock, says, "Hey, I love you, don't hate me, it's not my fault." And then he proceeds to tell me that he needs me to come over and watch the kids. So, yeah, I got mad. Really mad. But, I kind of got over it. Still a little butthurt about it, I'm not gonna lie. And, it's cool because I get to spend time with my nieces and nephew. I was planning on going over there for a little bit anyways later today.